Hello everyone. I hope every one of you are safe and your family members are safe. We are going through a very rough time, and Bangladeshis. I in my lifetime, I don't think we faced such difficult times after 1971. I'll explain why, and this video is though primarily dedicated. The first portion of this video will be dedicated to the foreign viewers, but the last portion of the video will be for everyone, for Bangladeshis and non-Bangladeshis and foreigners and everyone. So first we'll discuss in simplistic term what is happening right now in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is going through a rough time. You guys all know that protest started from quota movement, and already foreign news media has covered the primary most of it. You all know that. However, government is trying to bring a narrative that a third party Jamaat Islami or Shibir is involved in the destruction of properties, and that led to the clashes and deaths. Let me tell you something: there are no third parties. Um, there are no third parties. Only party involved in this clash is government and the loyalist goons of government versus the general people and students. There are no third parties. Already the major political league or political party that is primarily known as opposition of Army League has declared that they are not involved, though they support the movement, they are not going to involve themselves. And same goes for Jamaat Shibir and also the Islamic uh, parties or Islamic uh, sects of our country. All the Islamic sects, all the Islamic leaders denies to involved in this protest that is generally derived from the need or the that is actually the protest of general people. Why they are not involving themselves? Because that will help them, which happened before. If any Islamic parties or any Islamic sects involve themselves in any kind of protest against government, it becomes easier for the government to level it as a terrorist movement. And that is what they have been doing, and that is what they have tried to do this time. However, this time this makes no sense because uh, these religious parties and sects are not involved in this protest. This protest is primarily led by secular leaders. The leaders are secular. All the people who are involved in this protest comes from general people that involves secular people, that involves Hindus, that involves Muslims, all kinds of people. And why are people are so angry? Why they are protesting? uh, we already know that government accepted the quota reform. Their primary, what was their primary need, or what was their primary desire, and what was they primary asked for. So why they are protesting now? Because the deaths, though they agreed a much later time when things became out of control. They have committed mass killing. They have sent out their goons, their police, even armies and BGBs, Border Guard Bangladesh, whose responsibility is to secure border, they fetch all the Border Guard Bangladesh members, and they they, they just put them against the students who have no weapons. They didn't carry any weapons. They are just students, school students, university students, college students. Now, and it has led to lots of casualties. The sources, the verified sources, confirms deaths more than 210 plus. However, the killings are happening every day. When I am talking to you today, two students has been killed in Kumilla, and one student has been killed in Sylhet. Yesterday, 6 students has been killed in Dhaka. So it is a continuous it is happening every day. The killing is happening every day, and they are still doing it. On top of that, they are putting the protesters, the leaders of the protesters, in custody. Whoever was involved in this protest, they are prosecuting them. They are threatening them with law enforcement, which is also enraged the students and general people. You say you have accepted the quota movement or quota demand for the students, then you prosecute them, then you bring the students and the teachers who led them, who supported them, then you put them in custody. This is not acceptable. This doesn't make any sense. So it will continue to happen, and people might ask, or foreigner might ask, that why is government doing this? Because this government is an autocratic government. This government is in power for last 16 years, and they are ruling through fear and terrorizing people. What the ruling party does, anyone who opposes their views, or anyone those have a different opinion from them, that is against their opinion, they simply they'll first threaten you. They will discredit you by terming or putting a title in your name like Rajakar or Rajakarer Bacha or terrorist. Then, if that doesn't work, they will send their loyalist goons like Chatulik. They'll beat you up. If that doesn't work, they will simply put police. They'll take you to custody. They'll threaten you. They'll put you on remand. They'll torture you there. Even that, if that doesn't work, they'll kill you. And that is the fair tactics and strategy which has been working. And once when people goes through this kind of torment, after a certain time they'll just break. So that whenever someone raises any questions about government, any decision of government or any action of government, they start implementing these strategies. So this is how they stop the voice. This is how they have been doing, straightening up the things. This is how they have been ruling Bangladesh for last 16 years. This time they thought this similar approach would work. However, they were wrong. This generation is very different from the earlier generation. Earlier generation, the fear tactics worked. This generation doesn't fear, and this generation have strong morality, and this generation, they are born in this government. They have been seeing what this government is doing from their birth, and they are enraged. They have been keeping this rage in them for since their birth, this Gen Z generation, and they now want to change. And whenever this government tried to implement the same strategy they had been following for the last 16 years, this backfired. The more they kill, the more they torture, the amount, the protester increases, the protest increases, the protest, this ignites fires among the protesters, and this is backfiring, and this has been backfiring. However, from what I see, government doesn't have any plans for changing their strategy, though they are saying they want to discuss, they want to. However, there is no option for discussion right now, except for resigning. This is what the coordinators of the protesters are saying, and their demand is resign of the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. However, what I know now, this part will be the next chapter of this video. Whatever I presume, I have been studying this woman for last 16 years. I have been seeing how he approaches things, and she is a complete narcissist, and every signs of a narcissist and sociopath belongs to her. She is not going to resign. That is for sure. Anything happens, she is not going to resign. Why is that? Because last 16 years they have committed lots of heinous crimes like Shagoruni murder, which orphaned a little kid, and he is a teenager now. And government, the sources say government has direct involvement in this murder. Now, this is just one example, like BDR protest, which was premeditated and by government, and this has killed. This protest killed lots of army officers who were not the loyalists of the current government, and there are lots of other incidents that is and crimes that this government is directly involved in, and those will going to reveal. Even the current government, current prime minister resigns, she knows very well she will be prosecuted after she is resigned, and she will be prosecuted hard, and she might get a penalty for the things she has done, and she knows this very well, and she won't resign. Anything happens, she won't resign, because if she stays in power, she might die, she might leave, she knows that. But if she resigns, she will definitely be in danger, and her party members and some of the government officials, senior officials who were involved in these crimes also knows that they will get prosecuted. So lots of government officials and government itself is trying their heart and soul to just remove this protest, get rid of this protest, and they're failing very hard. What is going to happen now? There is certain things might happen. Whatever the tone of protesters says, that they're not going to back down. They are going to bring more hardened and toughened events, and more dangerous, or I'll not say dangerous, but tougher protest against the government, and that is their manifesto, and they want the government to resign, and they are very clear about it. And the government is not going to resign, and government is going to put every thing they have in their bag to get rid of this protest. I'm saying this. If they fail to get rid of this protest through the means of their national authority and power, they are going to seek international intervention. Sheikh Hasina has good relationship with India, Russia also. Not She has good relationship with US also. She's going to, but I don't think she's going to seek help from USA. US are not going to help her, but she is definitely going to seek help from Russia and India, and these countries will definitely take this opportunity to have a better control over a country, control over Bangladesh. And there is a possibility Syria-like in situation might happen. That is not impossible, because this I said you before, this president or this prime minister has same mentality as the presidents who are ruling in Syria and Misr. She is a dictator, and she will kill as many as needed to stay in power. She doesn't care. She's not killing right now only because international pressure from USA, pressure from European countries, and that will make her look bad. That is only she cares about. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about the life of the people of this country. She doesn't. So when she will realize that her reputation is completely destroyed, and she is no longer going to play the good person mask that she has been putting on for the last 16 years. She already revealed her face, but this time she will strike hard. She will try to get rid of the protesters by any means. That is what is a possibility. However, there is another possibility that might happen only if army and the current defense they come to their senses. They have been acting as a slave to this prime minister for a long time, and prime minister have been feeding them well, so they were very loyal. However, their actions have done severe damage to their reputation to the people of this country, and if they want to take back their reputation, the police mainly, if they want to take back their reputation, there is only one way to do this. Get rid of Sheikh Hasina. If they get rid of Sheikh Hasina, the people of Bangladesh will forgive and forget everything. I know that. Everyone knows that. And that is the only way. And if they support Sheikh Hasina right this moment, people of Bangladesh will never forget them. And Sheikh Hasina will die eventually. She is 76 right now. Maybe 5 more years, 10 more years. Who knows? If God is God desires. If so, what happens after that? And there will be. I know Awami League. We know Awami League. Awami League will be in pieces. There will be major clash among the parties to come into the power. However, whoever comes, there will be a major dispute in the whole administration, and the new government will eventually get rid of the loyalist of Sheikh Hasina, and they will prosecute the army, RAB, and police, whoever has been supporting this regime. So, if they want to save themselves from this prosecution, the only way to do this, get rid of Sheikh Hasina now. And this is the moment. This is the sentiment The people of this country right now hates Sheikh Hasina, and if they can utilize this moment right now, they might have a chance to get back the love and respects they lost from the people of this country. But our journey is not going to end here. People who are celebrating, thinking this government will fall early, I don't think so. She is not going to fall early. She will try her heart and soul to stay in power. And only God knows when this regime, this dictator, will get out of the power and save us. And only thing we can do now is pray, and pray that our defense and army comes to their senses. Thank you.